Hey everyone, Ryan Lopez here again from the Stewardship Department at the Archdiocese of Cincinnati. Again, just going around meeting with some of our parishes, schools, and ministries who are participating in Giving Tuesday, Give Catholic AOC. These are organizations who are just coming together, identifying needs, and asking for your support. And we're just going around, and we want you to know about all these different places that we're going to. Giving Tuesday is just such a great time to really support these places in a very unique and particular way. And today I am here at Catholic Charities, Southwestern Ohio, and I'm joined with Dan Sarell.
Hey, Ryan.
And Dan, what's your role here again?
I'm the Director of Mission Advancement.
So the Director of Mission Advancement, he's going to tell us a little bit about Catholic Charities. Now, Dan, some people may have heard of Catholic Charities. It's a word that is mentioned a lot in churches, and you guys garner a lot of support, but people might not know all of the things that you do. So can you share with us who you are, what you do, and what's the mission of Catholic Charities?
Wonderful. Yeah, so for over 100 years, Catholic Charities has really been an extension of the life of the church in terms of works of mercy and how the church comes together and really addresses the issues of poverty and circumstances of vulnerability, families who are struggling. And our mission is to serve, enlighten, and empower. And by that, we really mobilize the whole community. So it takes the whole community. Both Catholic parishes are obviously our core constituency and who we really rely on for volunteers, for donors, people that really participate in our mission. When we come together and empower our neighbors, so the local families that we serve.
That's awesome. And I know Catholic Charities responded very well during the pandemic. I know you guys had these drive-through food pantries going on, but can you tell us more? How did Catholic Charities respond, and what are you continuing to do during the pandemic?
Yeah. Well, obviously, a lot of our services went virtual, and as you mentioned, drive-through. Pantries that would typically, where people would go around as if they're shopping, those have turned into more like drive-up, almost like a drive-in diner where you come into the parking lot and someone takes your order and then comes out with the food that you've ordered.
Right.
Similarly with Tsukasa health fairs, we typically would have these large events, in a large gathering space with a lot of different health providers doing different screenings and tests and things like that. And what we've moved more toward is community outreach days where people come and get emergency supplies, they get food, they get items that they need to keep safe and healthy, and they come through in their cars. Similarly, our English classes are still largely virtual. So through a lot of generosity of community partners, we've been able to equip a lot of the folks who are in our English and job readiness classes with Chromebooks and even internet hotspots to allow them connectivity if they lack access to the internet.
Right, and I think that's something, going into the pandemic, a lot of people kind of took for granted how easy it was to work from home, to go on Zoom, to do school from home. But some people not as fortunate needed computers for that.
That's right.
Needed internet for that. And just needed all these things that they didn't have readily available.
And it really is a testament to the whole community, the United Way, the Greater Cincinnati Foundation, all of our many community partners that really came together in a spirit of solidarity to ensure that those who are already living in vulnerable situations aren't made more vulnerable, aren't falling through the cracks during the pandemic.
Right.
And so being able to extend those kinds of services, it was almost as if we didn't miss a beat. As soon as we went down on lockdown, it was a chaotic couple of months to get sort of back up and running in a way that was functional and serving our clients. But we were able to manage to do that. And largely, not only I mentioned our community partners, but folks at home as well, really reaching out and stepping forward in a charitable way, in generous ways, to make sure that the works of mercy that we do at Catholic Charities really didn't miss a beat, and we're continuing to do that. We're sort of in this half in, half out situation. The pandemic continues, and one of the things that we did was we partnered with Mercy Health in terms of vaccine clinics to make sure that populations that were maybe reluctant or didn't have as much access to vaccines had that opportunity.
Right.
And so trying to keep everybody healthy and safe is part of our mission as well.
Awesome. And There's so many services here. I wish we had time to go over all of them. But are there any, can you touch on some particular ones right now that might need support?
Sure, absolutely. And, Catholic Charities benefited greatly over the last 6-7 years from the One Faith, One Hope, One Love Archdiocesan campaign, which has largely come to a close at this point. And as a result, we've really grown a lot of services. One in particular is our Food for All mobile pantries. So we serve the 5 counties east of Cincinnati with monthly pantries in really rural food deserts. And so on a monthly basis, we go out and serve, sometimes a couple hundred people at a time in each of these locations. And to do that, it's simply emergency food assistance.
Right.
It's purchasing the food necessary that people need so that they can afford, utility bills and rent and mortgages and things like that, so that they can, literally keep going under difficult circumstances. And so, Food for All is something that was really a fruit of the One Faith campaign, and we absolutely expect to maintain that through the generosity of folks at home and people in the pews, as I say. And so that's one. Tsukasa Hispanic Center obviously is always trying to, with health promotion, English classes, case management, is always serving a lot of people. We serve about 5,000 people a year through Tsukasa.
Wow.
And, that's through the generosity largely of our donors to make that happen. Obviously, refugee resettlement's in the headlines now.
Yeah.
We're serving the Afghan evacuees that are being resettled in Cincinnati. And it's a very busy time right now with families coming in. We've got a lot of great response. We were in the news a lot back in August and things like that. So it was a lot of great response. When the cameras get turned off and the headlines shift to other things, that's really when the work happens. And so that work is ongoing, and that's something that really it creates a really welcoming atmosphere and really makes Cincinnati an international welcoming city. When we reach out and really live our heritage. Cincinnati is largely an immigrant city,
right?
And that continues. We're an international city. And so in that sense, it's living our faith to live that Christian hospitality, to, serve families that really have nowhere else to turn,
right.
And to make sure that they're welcomed into our communities and brought in to our family of faith.
Right. Awesome. Again, we're here at Catholic Charities, Southwestern Ohio, with Dan Sarell, talking about Giving Tuesday. So Dan, with Giving Tuesday here, what ways can people support Catholic Charities this Giving Tuesday?
Well, donating would be really nice, right?
Of course.
So we have a $40,000 goal for Giving Tuesday, so we really want to emphasize this is the time, this is the season of giving. And obviously, we have conversations all the time in our family and community about the commercialism of the holidays and things like that. But what I'm always heartened by every year is the outpouring of generosity and compassion that people express during the holidays, because they recognize that this is a season of giving beyond the lights and the gifts and all of that kind of stuff. This really is a time to come together as a community and to really focus on what's important in our lives, and that's community service and faith and family, and so this is a great time to rally around Catholic Charities mission and the mission of all the great ministries and parishes of the Archdiocese during Giving Tuesday.
Awesome. And again, Giving Tuesday, you can go to givecatholicAOC.org. You can find Catholic Charities. You got a goal of 40,000?
40,000 this year.
40,000 this year. They've been doing great the last few years that we've been doing it. So this is really an organization that, if you're part of the Archdiocese, you're supporting it in many ways that you may not know. But today we're asking that you consider supporting it in a very specific way. And Dan, if they want to find out more in general, what's your website they can go to?
ccswoh.org.
ccswoh.org, Catholic Charities, Southwestern Ohio. Again, find them. You can find them at givecatholicAOC.org and Facebook. You can find them on Instagram. I see them doing a lot of prayer things here. This is an organization that bases itself on our faith and helping others, and they do that a lot with prayer and discernment, and of course with your support. So find them, learn more about them, and support them, especially on this Giving Tuesday. Dan, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for being here.
Take care, everyone. God bless.